The paradoxical saltator, Solenodon paradoxus, also known as agouti or Solenodon, is a placental mammal from the family Solenodontidae. It is found exclusively on the island of Hispaniola, shared by Haiti and the Dominican Republic. The Solenodon paradoxus resembles a shrew, except that it is much larger. It typically weighs between 0.6 and 1.0 kilograms and measures between 28 and 33 centimeters, with an additional 25 centimeters for the tail. It has brownish-red fur on most of its body, with a paler underside. The tail, legs, snout, and tips of the ears are hairless. The forelegs are notably more developed than the hind legs, although all have claws equally adapted for digging. Lasers are used for many things. One of them is to clean. It is used to remove rust, paint, and other contaminants from metal surfaces. This is one of the most beautiful watches in the world, the Zodiac Solar Astronomy Watch. It is made up of 447 parts, including 2 rotating platforms on which the planets of the solar system move, each one made with a precious stone. It costs more than $400,000. This was the puppet they used to embody the xenomorph in the Alien 3 movie. Each of its limbs was controlled by a person. The truth is that its movement is very realistic and fluid, one of the best practical effects in cinema. This is a verocatenophore, a genus of marine comb jellyfish with cilia along their body that they use to move. They are really beautiful. Simon Berger creates art by hitting sheets of glass with a hammer. Look at the incredible shapes he achieves. This is one of his latest creations, a 3-dimensional human skull. This is a Terra Neser that the Kaguya probe captured from the moon. This is how they water crops with condensation from the night before. All it takes is for an outside force to move the net a little so that all the water falls on the crops. Did you know that if you type Sonic the Hedgehog in Google, a photo of the character will appear on the right? If you click on it, it comes to life. If you continue doing this, he will become supersonic. Did you know that in most American football stadiums there is a room called the sniper nest or sniper's nest, where you can observe the crowd and take action in case there is an attack? Look how strong medieval armor was. Although if you were hurt in this part, there wasn't much you could do. This is one of the rarest insects you will ever see. Gongylus conguitos, or better known as the fiddler mantis, swings in this way to imitate the movements of leaves in the air. The elf owl is the smallest species of owl in the world. This one you are seeing is an adult female that has reached its maximum size, about 12 centimeters tall. Kotaro, the otter, doesn't like this box getting wet for some reason. Look how he protects her. This is the fractal suit that Tom Holland wore during the scenes where Spider-Man was wearing his suit. These shapes allowed the animators to accurately position the actor's movements and then replace them with a computer-generated model. This is the goal with the most tunnels in the history of football. 1, 2, 3, 4. It was achieved by the Japanese player Takefusa Kubo. This is what public bathrooms are like in Norway. Can you imagine they're doing number 2? This person created a robot that punishes you when you're procrastinating. If the camera detects that you are using your cell phone, it starts beeping and dazzling your eyes with lights. This is the perfect tool for medical students to learn about the human body and all its parts. It is completely interactive. All universities should have one. Do you notice anything strange on the X-ray of this snake? Yes, it's a mousetrap. The snake ate the rat and the trap. The gastric juices from its stomach dissolved the rodent, but not the trap. They had to remove it in surgery. There are so few people living in Iceland that you can send mail to a person without them having their address. It is enough to draw a drawing and give simple instructions. Kite Cruise is a nuclear-powered 5,000-person hotel in the sky concept. Today, it is nothing more than an idea, but perhaps it will be possible in the future. Can you imagine spending several days in a flying hotel? Most plants are green because of chlorophyll, a pigment that absorbs sunlight and converts it into energy. Did you know that you can extract chlorophyll from a plant and leave it completely transparent? Look at the process. These are Mojo Vision, the world's first augmented reality contact lenses. They have a micro LED display the size of a grain of sand with 70,000 pixels. The glasses will show information in real-time augmented reality, nearby objects or dangers, and will even help you see better in the dark. The first versions will hit the market very soon. These are the mannequins of the future. They have 9 joints to accommodate them in different ways. They can also increase or decrease their size with the push of a button. The scientific name for raccoons is Procyon lothor, which means washing bear. By watching this video, we can realize the reason for its name. Look at this cotton candy wash. How sad. The animal with the longest claws in history was a dinosaur called Tyrannosaurus. They were almost a meter long, hanging from his body like the arms of the young Scissorhands. Power Taekwondo is a variation of the original discipline practiced in South Korea. As if it were a Mortal Kombat-type fighting game, you and your opponent fight until one of your life bars runs out. Life falls are counted using sensors in the protective equipment. This is one of the rooms at the Terme Milano Spa in Milan, where you can relax in the water while a storm is simulated. It looks interesting. In Toy Story 1, we can see how Disney's letters and copyright are on Buzz's butt. It looks like these lights have fireworks inside them. This is one of the most original desktop speakers. A black magnetic fluid, known as ferrofluid, interacts with an electromagnet to produce movement to the beat of music. Neodymium glass, also known as alexandrite glass, changes color depending on lighting conditions. In daylight, it is purple with blue fluorescent lighting. This is the art of Kenichi Kanazawa. With the help of sound and vibrations, it creates beautiful patterns in the sand. See how each different sound creates a new pattern. He makes the invisible visible. This is how the Mahjong game tiles look. People walking through a rotating tunnel experience vertigo and loss of balance even though their bodies are not moving. This happens because the brain receives conflicting signals, which deceives our senses. A few years ago, it became fashionable to decorate your nails with live ants. The truth is that we are glad that it has gone out of fashion. This is the largest functional motorcycle in the world. It weighs 5 tons and is 6 times larger than a common motorcycle. This is the largest functional Lego roller coaster to date. Its track is 26 meters long. More than 90,000 Legos were used in its construction. This is the sub-sucker table. It looks pretty fun. Did you know that bees poop? The excrement of a healthy bee is yellow and somewhat sticky. They never defecate inside the hive. Can you imagine playing Mario Kart in real life? Well, if one day you visit London, you can do it. Chaos Karts combines the world of go-karts with that of video games. The track is projected onto the floor. You must collect coins and power-ups. The latter allow you to throw projectiles at other players. Look what happens if they hit someone. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also, let us know if there is anything you didn't know. I'll read you in the comments.